Hey guys, so this is actually the fourth time I'm recording this because my laptop just hates me for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, getting on with it. I'm finally back doing things. I keep saying that every time I come back, but I'm sorry there's huge gaps in between my videos. I've got a lot on right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a review of the first 31, 30, I'll just say 30 to round it up, 30 pages of Hi, My Name is Mr. J's book, John Stick's book, Captain Denny Decatur. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. I can't pronounce words if my life depends on it. Anyway, so yeah, let me explain why it's only the first 30 pages. Basically, I ordered the book the day it came out, or maybe the day after, and there was like a error with, I think it was Lulu or something else, whatever. But I I I think I'm the only person who ordered a broken copy. But yeah, it's fixed now. He fixed it generally fast, pretty fast. It was like the third day he realized it was broken. So yeah, it's now fixed. You can go buy it on lulu.com. I'll say that again at the end of the video as well. But I'm going to give my thoughts on the first 30 pages, and I'm going to be getting the full book and reviewing that as soon as I get enough money. So yeah, this is kind of a independent published book. It's Lulu self-publishing, and John's a friend of mine, so he sent me the first like 5 pages or so a while back, and I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the character of Denny. So I wanted to buy the book. I wanted to read on, and I'm glad I did. I mean, I'm kind of sad that it was broken, but things happen. You can't. It wasn't anyone's fault. So I'm gonna buy the full book, but this is it's really cool. Even though it's only 30 pages, it's really like it introduces you to all the characters, and plus, I really like it because it ends just after a giant fight. And while I was reading through the giant fight, I was just like, oh please, please don't end in the middle, and then it ends just after. So I was like, whew. But yeah, let me just go through some of the people. So I'll talk about Danny first. Danny, being the main character, is really fun. He's a really good character, and I really like how there's a mix of. He's kind of a mixed character because at the start of the book he's very like uplifting, and he's very like happy and everything. He loves his job, and he's like my favorite times is when he's either with H2O or either in a fight with it by himself, because he's just enjoys himself. You can see he's having fun and stuff. And John writes it really well, where you can kind of you like Denny. He's a really likable character, and he's a really nice guy. And then as the book progresses, you see that he has this thing with his wife and his kids, and how he can't see them anymore, and his wife is divorced with him. I don't want to give too much away, but that's in like the second chapter, so I hope that's not a spoiler. Yeah, and then more as it goes on, you see him change his attitude, and his emotions conflict, and blah blah blah. But yeah, he's a really interesting character. Being the main character, I think he is probably the most interesting character in the book. But my favorite character is actually I'll say him third, but because he's not really a main character. I mean, he's a reoccurring character. But I'll talk about H2O first, because H2O is kind of Danny's partner, is his sidekick partner, whatever you want to call him. H2O is a really fun guy. He's just like he's just like the if you take Danny and his upbeatness whenever he's like in a fight or something, he's triple that. He's like a really fun guy. He's always cracking jokes and stuff. I'm trying to think of someone he reminds me of if you've ever read Tomorrow, issue 1. It's in the Strange Universe pulp, published by Eric Holden. He kind of reminds me of the character Ma, because both H2O and Ma have got this thing where they're really fun characters. They're always saying things that just make you laugh, and they're kind of they're they're the partner to the main character, but you kind of, I don't know, they're likable enough that you kind of like them as much as the main character. So yeah, the John really does accomplish making you like the characters that you're supposed to like, and dislike the characters you're supposed to dislike, you know, because it's a main thing of the book. You never want to like a good guy. You never want to dislike a good guy, do you? And I really think that H2O is a prime example of just really liking a character. It's just really fun character, really like funny. I'm just repeating myself now. So I'll move on to my favorite character, who's not really a main character, but he is a reoccurring character in the 30 pages that I read, which is the Sheriff Howlin Howie, something like that. Now, the sheriff's really funny. He's kind of like the Perry White to Denny. He's his sheriff, and no matter what Denny does, because Denny's like the best police officer that I haven't mentioned yet, but spoilers, Denny's got superpowers. It's mentioned in like the first page and the back of the book actually. But he's kind of like the Perry White to Denny. To what Perry White is to Superman or Clark, he is to Denny. Whereas like no matter what Denny does that's good, he's always like you angry and stuff. It's really cool. He's a really fun character, and he's kind of just the opposite of Denny. He's always like down in the dumps and he's always angry. He's looking for things to nitpick, but he is kind of a nice guy. We see in the first chapter where he's like shouting, but he's also kind of nice to Denny. He gives him the day off and stuff. So yeah, moving on. I kind of want to talk about the feel of the book now, because it's really, it's just, it's like a really like epic scaled book, but it's also kind of fun and it doesn't feel too overwhelming. There's literally in the first 30 pages of the book, there's a massive fight between villains and demons and police officers and superheroes, and like it doesn't feel overwhelming because you're following different characters and it's skipping between different people and you're getting different sides of the stories, and it's just really fun. It's just I really want to read on, and I want to find out how these demons are getting into the city. I want to find out what plans the villains have and why they're there. You've also got like really cool characters like what's his name? Let me just check through the book now. I'm holding it in my hand. Oh, Razor Red, sorry. So basically there's this character called Razor Red where he's kind of just a Russian. That's his character. And it's awesome because like he's got all the stereotypical Russian things. He wears all red, Razor Red. He's got a hammer and a sickle as his weapons, and he's just a badass. That's just his character, and it's really awesome because when you first you're introduced to him a bit before in the book, but when you first have like a paragraph devoted to him, it's him fighting a Cyclops, and it's epic. So yeah, it's really how I can describe at least the first 30 pages of this book. It's really fun, it's really awesome, it's really epic, it's big scaled, but still, it makes you laugh. Like I laughed at least like every other page in this book because it's just a really fun book. It's really, it's hard to describe. It's kind of a, you feel that John had fun when writing it. You feel that he kind of just went, okay, I want to put a Russian supervillain up against a Cyclops, and he did it, and it's just really awesome. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. It's fun, it's epic, it's awesome. That should be the tagline. So yeah, can't wait to get the full book. Again, you can purchase this book if you liked my recommendation. If you want to give it a read, purchase this book. I'll put a link to the below bar where you can find it on lulu.com. Go subscribe to John's channel. Hi, my name is Mr. J. And yeah, check out his Twitter. He'll be talking about the book, talking about all the details and sequels and prequels and anything else to do with the book. And if I can find the link, I'll ask John after I finished recording this. There should be a link to merchandise you can buy, like t-shirts and stuff with quotes from the book on it. So yeah, thanks for this fun book, John, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to get the full thing, and yeah, goodbye. Oh my god, I got it under 10 minutes. That's like a record. Anyway, bye.